Most people say they are waiting for the perfect time. They tell themselves, I'll start when I'm ready, when I have more money, when I gain more confidence, when people support me, when conditions improve. But the truth is brutal and simple. The perfect time never comes. Waiting for perfection is one of the most dangerous forms of procrastination. It feels safe, it sounds logical, and it gives you an excuse that others easily accept. But deep inside, it slowly kills your dreams. Jack Ma's life is a powerful reminder that success does not begin with perfect conditions. It begins with imperfect action. Jack Ma was not born successful. He failed many times in his life, failed exams, failed job interviews, failed business ideas. He was rejected by Harvard multiple times. He was rejected by KFC while others were hired. He didn't know how to code, didn't understand technology deeply, and didn't have wealthy investors waiting for him. By all logical standards, he was not ready, yet he started anyway. While others were waiting to feel confident, he chose to move forward despite fear. This is where most people get stuck. They believe confidence comes first and action comes later. But in reality, confidence is built after you act, not before. Procrastination is not laziness. It is fear wearing the mask of planning. It is fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough. So instead of starting, people keep preparing. They watch more videos, read more books, wait for more motivation, and tell themselves they are being productive. But preparation without action is just another delay. Jack Ma didn't wait until he understood everything. He understood that learning happens on the road, not before the journey begins. Every big dream dies quietly through delay. Not through one big decision, but through small daily excuses. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it next month. Let me think a little more. And slowly, days turn into months, months into years, and one day you look back and realize you never even tried. Jack Ma believed that if you don't start today, tomorrow will be worse, because time does not wait. Opportunities don't knock forever. The world rewards those who act early, even if they act imperfectly. Waiting for the right moment also means giving your power away. You start blaming circumstances instead of taking responsibility. You say the market is bad. People won't support you. The economy is weak. The competition is strong. But every successful person started when conditions were unclear. Jack Ma started Alibaba when the internet was new in China, and people laughed at the idea of online business. If he had waited for validation, Alibaba would never exist. He trusted action more than opinions. The uncomfortable truth is this: starting exposes you. It shows your weaknesses. It forces you to face reality instead of imagination. That's why people avoid it. But growth only happens when you step into discomfort. When you start, you gain feedback. You learn what works and what doesn't. You adapt, you improve. When you don't start, you gain nothing. No experience, no progress, no results. Procrastination feels comfortable, but comfort is the enemy of progress. Jack Ma often said that young people should not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. If you are not making mistakes, you are not moving. And if you are not moving, you are already falling behind. The world is not waiting for you to feel ready. Someone else is already taking action on the idea you are still thinking about. Someone else is learning through failure while you are stuck in planning mode. Look at your own life honestly. How many plans have you delayed? How many ideas have you postponed? How many times have you told yourself soon? Every delay sends a message to your mind that your dreams are not urgent. Over time, that message becomes a belief. And beliefs shape behavior. If you truly believe in your dream, you must respect it with action. You don't need everything figured out. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect confidence. You need one decision: to begin, Start small if you have to, but start now. One step today is more powerful than 1,000 plans for tomorrow. The moment you take action, fear loses its grip and clarity begins to appear. Now is the moment to stop lying to yourself. Stop waiting. Stop planning endlessly. Stop delaying what matters most. Take one action today. Make the call, write the first page, launch the idea, apply for the opportunity, start the work. Do it scared, do it imperfectly. Do it now, because the future belongs to those who start, not those who wait. If you are serious about your dreams, prove it with action today. Don't let procrastination steal another day of your life. Start now. Most people don't realize that procrastination is not about time management. It is about emotion management. It is about how we deal with fear, doubt, and uncertainty. We tell ourselves we are waiting for the right moment, but what we are really waiting for is the feeling of safety. Jack Ma's life shows us that safety is an illusion. There was nothing safe about his journey. He walked into uncertainty again and again, knowing he might fail, knowing people might laugh, knowing the odds were against him. Yet he moved forward because he understood one powerful truth. Staying where you are is often more dangerous than taking a risk. Fear of failure keeps more dreams trapped on paper than lack of talent ever will. People imagine failure as the end, as something shameful, something to be avoided at all costs. Jack Ma saw failure differently. To him, failure was information, it was a lesson, it was feedback from the real world. He failed exams multiple times, failed to get into universities, failed job interviews, and failed early business ideas. But each failure sharpened his understanding. When you procrastinate, you don't avoid failure. You avoid learning. And without learning, success becomes impossible. One of the biggest reasons people delay their plans is fear of judgment. They worry about what others will say if they fail, if they look foolish, if they don't succeed immediately. Jack Ma was laughed at when he talked about the internet in China. People didn't believe in online payments or e-commerce. Many thought his ideas were unrealistic, but he didn't build his life to impress critics. He built it by staying loyal to his vision. If you let opinions control your actions, you give others the power to decide your future. Procrastination also comes from unrealistic expectations. People believe they must succeed quickly, that results should come fast, that progress must be visible immediately. When results don't show up right away, they stop or delay. Jack Ma understood that meaningful success takes time. Alibaba was not an overnight success. It took years of struggle, rejection, and persistence. When you expect fast results, you get discouraged. When you commit to long-term growth, you stay consistent. Action, repeated daily, is what separates dreamers from builders. Another hidden trap of procrastination is perfectionism. People delay starting because they want everything to be perfect. The perfect plan, the perfect skill set, the perfect timing. But perfection is a moving target. You reach one level and suddenly the standards change. Jack Ma did not wait to become perfect. He allowed himself to be imperfect and grow in public. He learned by doing, adjusted by failing, and improved by continuing. Progress beats perfection every single time. Small actions matter more than big intentions. Many people think that unless they can take a huge step, there is no point in starting. But Jack Ma's journey was built on small decisions taken consistently. One meeting, one conversation, one experiment at a time. When you procrastinate, you underestimate the power of small steps. One action today can create momentum that changes your entire direction. Momentum is not created by motivation. It is created by movement. If you are honest with yourself, you will see that procrastination has already cost you opportunities. Ideas you delayed, chances you missed, time you can never get back. The pain of starting is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. Jack Ma believed that life is too short to live with what-ifs. The biggest risk is not failing. It is never trying. Right now, someone with less talent than you is moving forward because they decided to act. They are learning while you are thinking. They are improving while you are waiting. The world does not reward the most prepared. It rewards the most persistent. Action turns potential into reality. Without action, potential is meaningless. Now this is your moment to choose differently. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence comes after action. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation follows movement. Stop waiting for approval. Approval is earned through results. Take responsibility for your time, your choices, and your future. Decide today that procrastination will no longer control your life. Do not close this message and promise yourself you'll start later. Start now. Take one clear, uncomfortable action immediately after this. Write it down. Commit to it. Do it before fear has time to talk you out of it. This is your call to action. If you want change, act now. If you want growth, move now. If you want a different future, begin today. No more delays. No more excuses. Your time is now. Prove it with action. Most people believe that success is blocked by lack of resources, lack of support, or lack of opportunity. But in reality, it is blocked by hesitation. Hesitation slowly turns into procrastination, and procrastination quietly destroys potential. Jack Ma's story proves that success does not start with advantage. It starts with courage. He did not have powerful connections, financial backing, or advanced technical knowledge. What he had was the willingness to move while others waited. He understood that ideas have an expiration date, and the longer you delay, the weaker your belief becomes. One of the most dangerous habits is overthinking. People analyze every possible outcome until they confuse themselves. They imagine all the ways things could go wrong and use that as a reason to stay still. Jack Ma faced uncertainty constantly. When he spoke about e-commerce, many people didn't even understand what the internet was. Yet he didn't wait for full certainty. He accepted uncertainty as part of the journey. Overthinking gives the illusion of control, but action is what actually creates control. When you act, you learn. When you learn, you improve. When you improve, confidence grows. Another reason people delay is because they compare themselves to others. They see people who are more skilled, more experienced, more successful, and they feel discouraged before they even begin. Jack Ma was surrounded by people who were smarter in technology and richer in resources. But he didn't compete on what he lacked. He focused on what he could offer: vision, persistence, and leadership. Comparison steals focus and weakens momentum. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. It is supposed to start where you are. Procrastination often hides behind comfort. Comfort feels good, but it is deceptive. It keeps you in familiar routines and predictable outcomes. Jack Ma chose discomfort repeatedly. He stepped into rooms where he didn't belong, pitched ideas people didn't believe in, and took risks that scared him. Growth only happens when you challenge what feels safe. If your goals do not scare you, they are probably too small. Many people wait for external validation before they begin. They want approval from family, friends, or society. But approval usually comes after results, not before. Jack Ma faced ridicule before he earned respect. If he had waited for support, his story would never exist. Belief in yourself must come first. External validation is a reward, not a requirement. Time is the one resource you can never recover. Every day you delay is a day you give away forever. Jack Ma believed that young people especially should take risks early, because time is on their side. But no matter your age, the principle remains the same. Today is always better than tomorrow. Waiting does not make things easier, it makes fear stronger. Success is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in quiet decisions to act when no one is watching. Small, consistent effort compounds into extraordinary results. Jack Ma didn't wake up successful. He showed up consistently. Procrastination breaks consistency. It turns discipline into excuses and intention into regret. Right now, your life is shaped by the actions you take and the actions you avoid. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with action. Nothing else can close it. Not planning, not dreaming, not hoping. Only action. This is your moment to stop delaying your potential. Stop waiting for clarity and create it through movement. Stop negotiating with fear and confront it with action. Do not wait for Monday, next month, or next year. Choose one thing you have been delaying and start it immediately after this. Take the first step today, no matter how small. If you want change, act now. If you want growth, move now. If you want to honor your dreams, start now. The cost of waiting is too high. Act today and take control of your future. Most people don't fail because they lack intelligence or opportunity. They fail because they delay decisions. Procrastination is a silent habit that slowly trains your mind to accept less than what you are capable of. Jack Ma's journey shows that success is not about having the best start, but about refusing to stay stuck. When he began, nothing was in his favor. He was not the smartest in the room, not the richest, not the most skilled in technology. Yet he moved forward while others hesitated, and that single habit changed everything. One of the biggest lies people believe is that they need to feel ready before they act. Readiness feels safe, but it is rarely real. Jack Ma never waited to feel fully prepared. He understood that readiness is created by action, not by waiting. Every step he took, even the wrong ones, taught him something new. When you procrastinate, you don't give yourself the chance to grow. You stay trapped in imagination instead of reality. Reality is where progress happens. Another reason people delay their plans is fear of losing. Losing money, losing time, losing reputation. Jack Ma lost many times, but he never saw loss as the end. He saw it as tuition for success. Every failure paid him back in experience. Procrastination, on the other hand, pays nothing. It only steals time, and time is the most expensive currency you have. People often say they are waiting for motivation. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Jack Ma did not rely on motivation. He relied on commitment. He showed up even when he felt uncertain. He acted even when results were invisible. That is what separates people who succeed from people who only talk about success. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Comfort is another powerful enemy. Comfort convinces you that tomorrow is always better than today, but comfort slowly shrinks your ambition. Jack Ma chose discomfort again and again. He chose to face rejection instead of staying silent. He chose to try instead of staying comfortable. Growth always demands discomfort. If your life feels too comfortable, it may be a sign that you are not pushing hard enough. Procrastination also weakens self-trust. Every time you delay something important, your mind learns that your words don't matter. Over time, you stop believing yourself. Jack Ma built self-trust by keeping promises to himself, even small ones. Every action strengthened his confidence. When you act, you send a powerful message to your mind. I can be trusted. The world moves fast. Opportunities don't wait for permission. Someone else is acting on ideas similar to yours right now. They are learning through mistakes while you are still thinking. The gap between success and regret is often just one decision made too late. Jack Ma understood that speed matters, not because you must rush, but because delay kills momentum. Success is not about doing extraordinary things once. It is about doing ordinary things consistently. Procrastination breaks consistency. It replaces discipline with excuses. Jack Ma's strength was not brilliance, it was persistence. He kept moving forward, step by step, day by day, even when progress was slow. Look at your life honestly. How many dreams are waiting for someday? How many plans are collecting dust because you decided to wait? Every delay is a choice, and choosing to wait is choosing to stay where you are. If you want a different future, you must act differently today. This is your moment to stop postponing your potential. Stop waiting for perfect timing, perfect confidence, or perfect conditions. They do not exist. Decide right now that procrastination will no longer control you. Take one clear action immediately after this. Do not think about it. Do not delay it. Do it now. Make the call, start the work, take the step. Your future is watching what you do next. Choose action, choose courage, choose to start now.